And that is that. All right. Hello, World Wide Web. I'm Dr. Shadow, the internet personality, who was still late on his stuff. And, well, I had. Like, the plan, of course, was for today for the review to be ready, which is not. Uh, so then the plan became to. Hello, Kenneth Clark. Hello, Tarman. The plan became to, since the review wasn't going to be ready, I was going to have a little something put together, like I said, for Sunday that was either the talk about GTA 6 or talk about depression. So I was like, you know what? I may as well just be open and honest. I'm going to record a video about that. I record a little video about that. Everything's completely out of focus in it. So, I've been better. My hair looks awesome. I just got out of the shower. I mean, I got out of the shower like 2 hours ago, so it's still a bit wet. It's how it goes. How it goes. Impromptu live. Is it your birthday, you punquid? No, well, the thing was, I of course I don't feel that great. I was going to just maybe not have anything today, since I do want to have the review done by at least Friday. I want to have the review done soon. Like, I don't want to wait until next Wednesday again. I'm trying to get back on schedule. It's kind of part of the deal there. But I got a message yesterday. I got a comment from someone who said that they saw that I hadn't uploaded, and they got a bit depressed, and then they realized it was only Tuesday, so they felt relieved. And I'm here with nothing on Wednesday. I'm like, I can't let the guy down and have absolutely nothing again. I gotta put something out there. If only I remember what their name was, then I could give a little shout out. But dig the shirt. Oh yeah, I bought on Amazon. I feel like I got priced overcharged for this though. This was like $40, going for like I got a real thing going for like dark abstract Hawaiian style shirts. This, I feel like the length of the arms are a bit baggy and long, and the material is kind of a bit rough. It's not terrible, but it's like a $35, $40 shirt, and I'd say this is about a $20 shirt personally. But it's hard to get like exactly what I want online, because I like specific material when it comes to a nice Hawaiian style shirt, but I don't want floral. That's the thing that drives me nuts. I don't want floral. Also, just so you know, I recently spent about $1,000 yesterday on this right here. That's a new one. So yeah, still working on it. Still working on it. Make it look like $1, Joshua Morales. Hellraiser didn't look bad. I haven't seen the new Hellraiser trailer with the female Pinhead, but I'm still confused, because I'm like, I know a female Pinhead can work because Kristen was a female Cenobite in the comics, and her appearance was that of Pinhead. You don't need to turn Pinhead into him, but I don't know. I didn't see enough of it to know I don't know what to complain about yet. Okay, I'm still recovering from watching the live action Pinocchio with my fiance. Saw Jeepers Creepers 3 yet? I've done a review of Jeepers Creepers 3. 4 is the new one, correct? Old joke is Dagger Shot of the Internet personality with the face 3 miles long. Yes, I gotta remember that whenever I'm doing a custom character creator. I'm like, and elongate the face. There we go. Let's have some nice gaunt cheeks in there. Bring out the nose, like fatten the tip out, not too wide in the back. Get a little crook there, like a little bit of the brow there. Increase the forehead. Increase it. There we go. Get the jaw nice there, like round, but semi-wide. There we go. Eyes, big. Got to go with the big eyes. Is Doug Bradley still in Pinhead? Doug Bradley will always be Pinhead in my heart, but he hasn't played the role for a while. Last thing I heard Doug Bradley in was actually he was doing a voiceover for a trailer for Scorn, which people are doing like little playthroughs of the opening hour of Scorn. So I do not have a PO box, Happiness Demon. I was thinking about getting it before, but they were actually very expensive to do, and it was complicated to set up, and I got annoyed, and I'm like, ah, you bastards, and I left. So that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Have I seen the Halloween Ends trailer? That's the thing. I'm bad at this. I'm really bad at the be a YouTuber and do the thing to get all the views, because there's trailers to all these things that are really up my alley, and every other YouTuber on the planet knows this right away. Watch it, live react to it, like put it on back there, watch it, and be like, wow, and get the views rolling in. Me? I'm like, I'm gonna watch it anyway. I have no need to get anything spoiled. And that's how that goes. So everyone's saying the new Jeepers Creepers is a piece of crap. Really? Huh? Because I can't win them all. But yeah, Darkman. Darkman is an idea. The review I'm working on right now is The Mummy, the 1999 movie. Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser is like everyone's sweetheart right now, and I'm like, why not? Let's do this. And I'm thinking like The Mummy is also it's a good movie, and I hope that the sequels stand up. I haven't seen them yet, but I was also, The Mummy is actually kind of adventure horror. It straddles that line pretty well. But I think anyone saying, "Oh, it's not really a horror movie," is like, yeah, you weren't really paying attention. There are jump scares that are awkwardly placed to try and keep up the fright factor badly. So yeah. Ever been able to find a screening for Terrifier 2? Plano, Texas. How far is Plano? How far is Plano, Texas? Let's find this out right here. Doing a screening of Terrifier 2 in Plano. Okay, give me the map. Give me the map. Where is this? Where is this? North of Dallas. So we are talking. If I can find myself. 313 miles. Be a 5-hour drive, but Terrifier 2. 10-hour round trip. The 2.5 hours of the movie aren't going to feel that long in that regard. It's going to be 1/4 of the. It's going to be like 20% of the total amount of time spent going there, watching the movie, driving back. 20% of that time is going to be watching the movie. So just go 313 miles an hour. That's right, peepsies. That's how you do it. Chuckathon per month. I got some things planned out on October. I was working on my little schedule here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because The Mummy is supposed to be like this week's big one. Because I'm looking like, okay, I got to keep the algorithm happy. I got to get the stuff that's going to get the views, and I want to do the things that are just a little more off the wall, kind of just no one's talking about these, but I want to review them. So got The Mummy. Then the week after that was supposed to be Nature Unleashed Volcano, and I was supposed to catch up on time with these so that the next one could be Scream 4. But here I am Wednesday, and I don't have The Mummy ready for you. Killer clowns are easy to kill. I mean, I'm not the thing. So I mean, I feel like even with the slow-moving clown, with the big target right there, and the fact that I always have a gun on my hip, it's still going to be a little bit tough. I'm going to be like, it's just still pulling to the left. Okay, let's aim at his like shoulder or something. Not quite. Damn it. It's nose armor. I don't. You'd think there has to be a reason why they don't have nose armor, and it's not just because it ruins the aesthetic. Not just because a clown with an armored nose doesn't quite look like a clown anymore. Joker ATV. I've done it before, but not in terms of that, but reviewing it as a film. It was a parody, so it still kind of is a. I don't know. I feel like that might be one of the things that has YouTube kind of angry at me and gave me that mark on the channel. I don't know. There are several things out there, but Eddie, you said you ate a rabbit and shat in a bucket. You should go to Ceres school because that sounds like Ceres school. S-E-R-E. S-E-R-E. Yeah. Okay, I missed a reference here. But that was just long ago we living in like horrifying conditions and such. Just not pleasant, not pleasant. It's part of the reason why I got the chronic depression, most likely. I don't know. It's like, well, you always like to have something to blame, and it's an easy out to say, hey, childhood trauma, long-term chronic depression. It makes sense, but then again, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I would have been depressed anyway. Who knows? People have depression and they don't have depression is one of those things where you feel horrible and there isn't necessarily a reason for it. The depression is the reason, so it doesn't need the trauma. And the trauma affects me enough as it is. And I have my own things for dealing with that. I've been working on it in a different way, and I like how I've been doing it because it's been partially with my fiance. She's been helping me with it. There's such bad memories that just come back, and you're taken back, and you relive them over and over again, and it really sucks. It's not great. It's not fun. With depression, it doesn't help. Horror Culture says, "Love your content. Help me through rough times." Thank you very much for the $2 Canadian. Love the Mummy. It was awesome. It's inspiration. Why did Love the Mummy? It was awesome. Get retracted by YouTube. That's a fast auto mod that's really bad at its job. Good thing I was able to read it first this time. Usually I just see message retracted. I'm left wondering what it was. This time the Mummy was awesome. Like the YouTube robots do not agree. Been so long since I've seen a horror movie that's been both surprising and good. I'm depressed, says John Burney. Terrifier really did it for me. Like it was. I mean, you wouldn't think because it's got a lot of things that would be considered basic, but the way it pulled it all together really worked, in my opinion. And I'm hoping Terrifier. I'm sure people have seen it already, but I haven't, and it's coming soon because All Hallows Eve had some nice creativity to it. Art the Clown was a little interesting in that, but in Terrifier, holy crap, did that all come together? And it was surprising in that it was done so well. And you got the hacksaw scene, like so many scenes, so many parts of Terrifier. Just the way it's all worked out. I feel like it really, really was nice. But then Terrifier 2 is 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. And I'm thinking, man, they could do a lot in 2.5 hours. Mummy 1 had bad CGI. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It did not age well. I feel like for its time, like the Mummy 1 CGI is absolutely a 1999 movie. Because for its time, the CGI wasn't terrible. It was on the higher end. It wasn't like explosive amazing. But it was also around that time when CGI in film was starting to be like really popular. Like just the idea of you have this like Jar Jar Binks, he's made entirely of CGI. Isn't that just amazing? It's a technological marvel right there. He's Jar Jar Binks. He's walking about. He's incredible. The best doctor. Love your work. Thank you, Mr. T. Pausing my millionth listen of Beyonce's new album to watch you. The only thing that could pull me away. Always thank you, Ace Wingate. Wingate. I said that right the first time. Okay. I mean, a 300-mile drive, 30 miles to a gallon in that car, maybe a little bit better on the highway. I just review The Empty Man. Oh, now I'm going to have to look up The Empty Man. God damn it. Oh, well, let's see. What is this Empty Man? De-empathy. Okay, it just autofilled. So I guess it's a little more popular than I realized. All right. The Empty Man is a 2020 American supernatural horror film written and directed by David Pryor. In his feature directorial debut, based on Cullen Bunn and Vanessa R. Del Rey's graphic novel of the same name, published by Boom Studios, the film stars James Badge Dale Marin Ireland, Stephen Root, Ron Canada, Robert Aramayo, Joel Courtney, and Sasha Frolova. It follows an ex-cop who, upon an investigation into a girl, discovers a secret cult. It sounds like Hellraiser Deader. But I assume it'll be better than Hellraiser Deader because few things are worse than Hellraiser Deader. But yeah, well, in terms of the trauma and PTSD, like I don't know. Do I have PTSD? Maybe, because I mean I have the childhood trauma, and there are triggers, and they are the stupidest things, and then I'm back, and I'm reliving, and I'm having the feelings, and it sucks. But it's like one of the things that gets me like every time. Like I'll be going to the store and I'll be walking through the deli section and I'll be going past the refrigerated section and I'll look in and then there I am. Like 17, 16 years old, just got evicted for the umpteenth time, just finished asking literally every single person I know, everyone I work with, and everyone to please help me move because I don't have much time to do it. We can't afford movers or anything like that because we're broke as all hell. And like 90% of them are like, yeah, sure, no problem. So many people say they're going to help. That my mother's there like, well, that's going to be amazing. That's great. I'm going to make something. I'm going to cater a little lunch for everyone who so they when they come to help, they'll have a little something for them. And she puts a little something together, and then the day comes, and one person comes. One person. My friend Harry. They came. They were the only person who came. And so we just had this big plate of prosciutto. And every fucking time I walk past the prosciutto, that just right there. And now that's one of the lesser ones. But I got a bunch of them. Like it's in the back, and they just keep coming back. And so what I've been working on is a bit of like taking the fight to the trauma, as it were. I'm taking the triggers of my trauma, and I'm trying to do something with it to reassociate it with new, better memories. Like identify the trigger and fix the thing. Like me and Charlie, we got a new little tradition now. Because I remember from when I was like 8. And went to a little pumpkin. Like this doesn't seem so bad, but it's like because to get to 8, I had to deal with so much so many beatings and so much starvation and all living in the woods and like all just to get to there, I was already like a lot of things, dealing with a lot. So a small thing there, like honestly small, looking back at it, it still felt really bad. Like anxiety is another big problem. But God, what was it lately that I actually had a horrible anxiety over? Like I had, oh, that's right, when the mower exploded. I spent like the rest of the day having an anxiety attack. I was like, I'm calling a repair guy. I'm taking care of it. I'm going to be able to take care of it. Everything is fine. No one's upset at me, but I'm there shaking because I'm having an anxiety attack the whole fucking day. Like not an attack, but like I'm inching there. I'm close. Yevon Quid dropped 10 pounds saying, I watched almost all your videos, but is there a reason you seem to avoid a lot of the blockbusters like Hereditary or The Conjuring, but then you do Halloween? It's generally just I do what I feel like, and I there are times I like to do the blockbusters here and there, but I do just I love finding things and just be like I'm there on Amazon, like the honest way. Honest way I encountered this movie. I was just scrolling through Amazon, and it suggested to me, it's like, hey, based on your purchase history, we think that you would like this old low budget movie about a slasher villain in New York killing hookers and quacking like a duck. And I'm like, what the hell do you think? Actually, yes, and that was the New York Ripper, and I reviewed it. Decker, I demand things go better for you as it gives happiness and deserve it in return. This is an order. Thank you, Dan Cohen. The $10, thank you. Missed one sent to me. Or is that the one that I got now? Or I should mute my phone for a bit. Thanks for keeping up on that under the veil. Oh, okay. What's this? A season of the Charles Band Empire Pictures stuff, such as Troll, Zone, Troopers, Coolies, Trancers, if you haven't done those. Oh, thank you, Andrew. That was a £5 donation there. Okay. £4.49 from Brutal's channel. Hi, Decker. Hope all is well. Have you seen the new Hellraiser trailer? Have not yet. Really should. That would probably have been a better video today. Get a lot of play. Oh, here's my thoughts on that. But I didn't think that far ahead. What are my thoughts? I think I do. It's my duty. It's my job to hold the movie with a clean slate, but I don't have that privilege. I have an internet personality, and this is what I have to do. It's a responsibility. New YouTube account, dropped $2 Canadian. Read this in French. Great. I don't know French pronunciation. Jamais Wetin Parnak. John Doe dropped $10. Smile what trauma leaves behind with you. Whenever I see canned Vienna sausage at the store, I feel sick thinking about how much of that crap I ate in pantries growing up. Yes. That is like the things my my fiance has been helping me with, because every time autumn comes around, like today is the autumnal equinox, I do believe, either that or tomorrow. Let me check which autumnal. I got Google at my fingertips. Autumnal equinox 2022. Oh, tomorrow's the autumnal equinox. Excuse me. Today's the last day of summer. Okay, so tomorrow's the autumnal equinox. So everything, we're getting like pumpkins and such around. And I was another little trigger of mine. I love autumn. I love Halloween. Everything is great. It's like Thanksgiving, even though it is tied to so many, like, so much of my past so strongly, like, it was the one good thing. So it's like in the middle of all of this horrible stuff going on in my life, in the middle of little like beatings every day, living on 3 pieces of bread in the morning and 3 in the evening, and just an absolutely just not good situation. In the middle of all of this, Thanksgiving was the one holiday my father didn't say was satanic, and we did celebrate. And I loved it because it was one day of the year I actually got to eat. And it's like, it's still continued on. Like, that's a good memory, even though it's wrapped in so much baggage. That is not a traumatic one. It's like, I feel very strongly towards Thanksgiving. It's like high end, top of the line, like best holiday ever. And so I love everything about fall, but pumpkins were a specific trigger point for me, because I'd get brought right back to the pumpkin patch. I'm like 7 or 8 years old, and I'm there walking around there with my mother and my aunt, and like they're like looking for pumpkins to make jack-o'-lanterns out of. We're in Pennsylvania. We're in a normal kind of situation, and they're trying to introduce us to a life outside of living in a cave and shit. So we got we're at the pumpkin patch looking for pumpkins to make jack-o'-lanterns out of. So I'm thinking like, okay, pumpkins, round, orange, there. Okay, I can. That picture of a pumpkin over there seems to be the preferred pumpkin. We'll find the preferred pumpkin. And so I find a pumpkin, and I'm like, look at it. It's like, it's big and round. I pull that thing off. I'm like, yeah, this is nice. It's great. and it's got the stem like going for 5 feet. But I'm like, this pumpkin here is fantastic. So I'm like, hey, look at this pumpkin. And so they look and they're like, that stem's way too long. And then they just turn around and keep looking at the other pumpkins. So I'm there with this pumpkin in my hand with this long ass stem, and I'm like, I take the stem off, done. And then they turn around like, let's see that one again. And I'm like, here it is. And they're like, geez, there's not enough stem now to work with. You ruined it. And then they turn, they go on, and I'm like, I'll grab on a little stump, and I'm holding it. Look, you can still, it's, and they just like forget that pumpkin. It's like, it is ruined. I ruined it. I ruined the pumpkin patch day. So that has just stuck with me. So it took a bit to remember it this time, though, because what Charlie had me do when I would tell her this like every year is she was like, turn that bad memory good one. Like, how do I get being told always wrong by my family into a good? And so, okay, I got it. So now I got a tradition. Every year, when I bring pumpkins out, like sitting on its side, got big wrinkle on it, got this thing out there, like the color's a little off. Like I find the most fucked up pumpkin of the entire patch, and I make it into the best jack-o'-lantern I can to say that you can't fuck up a pumpkin. It is great. It works. It is a jack-o'-lantern. There you go. Eat a dick, trauma. Okay, okay, Deathgasm. I think I already read that one. Deathgasm, still reading review Deathgasm. Oh, did I read a different? Oh, you did 449 a different time. Okay, there we go. Okay. Brutal Channel dropped another 449 saying movie is, I'm still waiting for you to review, is Deathgasm. Think you'll get a kick out of just a tip, though, avoid the trailer. It gives too much away. Oh, okay. Since it's not a new one, I don't have to worry about watching the trailer first. But there was I think one of the Jeepers Creepers I reviewed. Like, I liked the movie, but everyone in the comments was saying that the trailer gave too much away. But this was like well after it came out, and I didn't watch the trailer. So, sound is muted. Sound muted for you, John Burney? Shouldn't be. Test. The little green bar moved. Are you going to do a review of the new Hellraiser movie? Yeah. Can you clean a dime with beer? A dime that looks like a penny. What? But yeah, so but there was another thing, like in terms of the Vienna sausage one. There's another memory of mine that wasn't like I didn't feel like really bad over it, but it was a memory that was like not so great. Like life with my grandmother wasn't the most pleasant either. Like looking back on it objectively, there's a lot of fucked up things that happened then too. But like I did technically get fed like actual food. It wasn't just bread all the time anymore. But my grandmother really was not a very good cook. It sounds so bad to say this, especially coming from like the perspective of a starving child. But, I mean, there is something that she made that is technically made incredibly wrong, but I still make it that way because it's great. She would make halushkis, which literally translates to noodles and cabbage. The traditional Polish dish, but there wasn't a single speck of cabbage in her thing. It was egg noodles with butter and cottage cheese. It's like if you tried to make mac and cheese and you had no idea what you were doing. But it tastes great. If you make it right, it is fantastic. You cook up the egg noodles like normal. Then you melt the butter, mix it in with the egg noodles, and then in the still hot noodles and butter, you throw in the cottage cheese, mix it all together. Trust me, it is like the best dang comfort food. Best dang comfort food. Slight audio issues. Stream is stuttering. That cannot be good. Well, how do I fix that? Because I'm in the YouTube webcam streaming thing, so I can't really, like, they don't even have the options for messing with stuff. So let me check on my end. How do things seem to be going? Okay, I got an ad. All right, seems to be me. Okay, okay, at least right now, it did not seem to be doing particularly bad. So, just the internet, maybe. My internet here also hasn't been as reliable as it could be. Just started just as I said that. Okay, let me find out. Right now, it did not seem. Yeah, I hear it there. Yeah. Just as soon as I said it. Maybe. My internet here also hasn't been as reliable. Oh, great. Well, how long have we been streaming? Only 30 minutes. So, I guess maybe we should call the stream a bit earlier than I intended, if that's the way it's going to be. Because I'd rather not it be an hour of me breaking up and being like, like that's no one gonna watch that. But weirdest horror flick I've seen. Possibly I Need You Dead, in terms of just both how it started and then what it turned into, and then how it went completely just not at all what it was supposed to be, and then how it actually kind of was, and then it was just, like, it is an experience, but it is one that you, even when you feel like you need to turn this off, don't, because it does all come together. Even when you're looking at it like, how could this possibly all come together? It somehow does, if you let it. But that's the thing. That's a movie you have to meet halfway, because, to be honest, when I told Rocco I was gonna, like, talk about him and his movie on, like, a video, and then I started watching the movie after having already watched the trailer, I did get to that point, and I was sitting there honestly thinking to myself, what the hell am I going to do? I already told this man that I was going to do a video on this movie, and what the fuck happened to it? But you keep going, and it all works out. But yeah, I'm trying to think. There has to be a weirder one, but I don't know, because I Need You Dead really did it. It really did it. The mutant or superhero genres. It's like I never really felt too strongly towards them. When I heard there was like, what did the Carnage movie come out, or what's going on with the Carnage stuff? I didn't keep track. I heard Carnage and I was like, that's cool, and then I didn't keep track of it. So no, that's not it. There's a movie called Carnage that isn't it. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Is that out yet? Okay, it's 2021. Okay, so but I'll have to watch Venom for that to understand, and I'll have to watch Spider-Man. Jesus. Or can I just watch Let There Be Carnage and just leave it at that? Like, just, I don't understand things, and that's okay. Well, I guess Venom itself would work out, but Carnage is kind of where it's at. You gotta love the symbiote. Like, I don't follow comics, but the symbiote sticks with you. You know what I'm saying? you know, you know. Uh, See, I haven't. I don't think I've spoken with Brandon Tunnel, at least not in a while. I can't remember. But yeah. Oh, speaking of things and projects, this Sunday we're going to be filming the Manic Expression digression session, and I am invited onto that. So that I think that's going to take a bit of time to come out, but that's something to keep in mind on Manic Expression. The only movie connected to Venom is Morbius. Okay, I definitely got to check out Morbius. Definitely got to check out Morbius. Twitch refusing the 70-30 split. I just barely heard anything about that. My whole thing with Twitch is it's been kind of frustrating because I used to stream Live and Wired to Twitch as well, and I feel like the Twitch community of Live and Wired was doing okay, and it kept me on Twitch more frequently. But then I became a Twitch affiliate, and people informed me that technically you're not allowed to do restreaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time as an affiliate. And then I was like, well, damn, that rule from Twitch means that I can't stream this to Twitch at the same time anymore because I'm not going to just give up the YouTube audience to stream on Twitch exclusively on Live and Wired. Like, I was restreaming to a lot of platforms as well as YouTube. Right now, I got Live and Wired restreaming to YouTube, to Periscope on Twitter, and to the Facebook page. So anyone following on Twitter or Facebook can have it playing right there. Unfortunately, on Twitter, the comments don't show up in StreamYard yet. On Facebook, comments do show up in StreamYard while it's all going on. So there's that. Manic Expression is a creator collective forum. Yes. The Manic Expression is kind of just open. It's it's just kind of a community of creators who we just like doing what we do, and we're Manic Expressionists and such, and that's kind of how it is. And it's like Manic Expression has kind of just sort of been there in the background. It's this year it's had a bit of a rebirth. It's not necessarily like rebooted or anything. It's just it's got a new website design. There's more of a push for Manic Expression as an identity, which I like because it's kind of like I always liked the idea of Manic Expression, but I feel like it's never quite lived up to that. It's just kind of been a website where people post blogs and videos as another like place and stuff. There's a little community going on, but the same community that's been there since the beginning, which is kind of all believe in Manic Expression. But it's no skin on my back to continue believing in Manic Expression, so you know. I'm happy to see the movement going on right now, and if I can do any help to help move Manic Expression forward to bigger and greater things, then yes. There's the Manic Expression animated movie that's been in production forever as well. I've got voice work done in that. That's got a lot of Manic Expressionists. Like a lot of us have been there since the beginning and are still kicking around. So that's kind of how it works out there. Mars Attacks. Ooh, that's a classic right there. I always thought it's just kind of a comedy, though. I don't know. I guess that a lot of people die, but I always just kind of laugh at them. Off the shelf reviews. Have I seen the Edge Runner anime? I have not seen it yet, aside from just ads kicking around here and there. I feel like the tooth is giving me a lisp. What's going on with this? I need a new tooth right here. Is what I need. But I did see the little articles about Edge Runners where evidently they got the lowly character, and so the CD Projekt Red weren't the most enthusiastic about that, and they were like, "Could you maybe remove the lowly?" And the guys making the anime looked at them and they were like, Oh yeah, sure. We'll just delete the whole thing. Oh, you don't want that? You want to keep the anime? Well, then she has to stay. That's kind of how that conversation went. If I would have purchased 2 tickets for Terrifier 2 on October 6th and present the receipt paid in full the next one wired, would be willing to go. I'm down to go for the fact that a 5-hour drive is a lot. And I got a dog, and my fiance is crippled. Like, it's not like, what happens? She falls down. My audio? Oh man. Again? What's going on? Is that rain? But yeah, is my audio messing up again? Stuttering, can't understand what I'm saying. Okay. Let's go. That's bad audio. The quality is absolute ass. It appears to be my upstream is terrible. And I'm good. Oh. Okay, I seem to be sharpening up a bit here. Okay. So from what I can tell from that, the problems with the stream seem to be because my internet isn't doing it right. I don't know exactly how YouTube's encoding this, but I mean, I'm using the YouTube webcam live stream feature. So effectively, when my internet hiccups, that's what's causing these glitches. It's on my end, and since I don't have access to the encoding, I can't say encode it lower, and so the bit rate is easier. So, and even if I were doing that, I don't know if it would come out quite right. But Epic Jason X9000, you said about about if I would drive up there if you purchase 2 tickets and such. Unfortunately, 5 hours is a long drive. I have a dog; it needs to be taken care of, and I have a fiance, and she can't walk. So she can take care of herself a lot, but like if something happens and she calls me up like, "Hey, I fell down," I'm gonna be like, "Well, it's gonna be 7 hours." I'm definitely finishing the movie at that point. She's gonna be waiting 5 hours anyway. She can wait another 2. I'm sorry. Raster seeks to challenge the title of best hair on the internet. I still have to do the hair care tutorial for Under the Veil. Like right now, it's not so great because I dried it inside. Like it's okay. It's okay. It's not bad, but like I dried it inside, so it's like if you in the situation of like living in Texas, I do like to get out of my shower and go outside and sit down on the chair in the sun and just let the sun's rays and the light breeze dry my hair naturally like that. It's like yes, beautiful, yes, more, yes. Okay. Hope you're okay. I think this little conversation, I've been feeling like, oh god, what's going on? But just you guys help a lot. It's good. I still live by Texas standards close to Houston. But yeah, it would still be like a couple of hours if I would have to go to Houston to watch the movie. Which I would assume there might be some screenings in Houston. Ooh, I could maybe see about picking up Thick Black Daddy, and we could both mosey on over to the Terrifier 2 screening. Yes. That would be great. I'm pretty sure he would love to see a psychotic clown just going absolutely bonkers bozo. On how the reactions, right? Tried it for first reaction for Killer Clowns, but mucked it up. Okay, I didn't see your reaction, so I'm not entirely certain exactly what was mucked up and what pointers to give. Generally, I'm just kind of, well, I don't know. I'm a rambly kind of guy, and I'm just like, hey, this is movie, so that. It works out for me being a YouTuber. One of these days, someone's gonna have to come to Ohio and pick you up under the veil. How long have you been on the floor? This is a situation that needs attention. You still have access to food and water? Play the Kill Clowns game when it comes out. I do intend to. That's something that I could stream to the main channel instead of the gaming channel, actually. Just because, it's Killer Clowns. It's Killer Clowns. Peter Laridis says, hi, Decker. I'm here near the end again, probably. Sad face for $28. We're 46 minutes in. I wanted to do this for about an hour, so we still got some time. We have a few hiccups every now and again because for some reason my internet's been a little touch and go today. So occasionally my audio is just like, so. Usually for every reaction, people film themselves while watching the movie, then play it alongside and match the reaction of the movie footage. Well, there's that. Sometimes, like with OBS, I wouldn't mind the idea of like having a green screen to chroma key out and just having myself dead, like, and have the movie playing and have it layered in OBS so I can record both the movie and myself at the same time. But then you have to worry about audio balance, and I'm not very good at that. I am not good at that at all. The best impression of skipping audio? Oh God, we doing it again? We doing it again? We doing it again? Or was that the impression I did? Because I did actually do an impression there. Okay. Let's see. What's the skip ahead to the live broadcast? Yes, let's do that. Yes, the impression. Okay, well, good, because now my player is messing up. It's like, sorry, your internet's not good enough for this. I'm like, it was not filling me with confidence. Oh yeah, I've been enjoying the little skits with the green screens. I like the idea of I like the concept of being able to just kind of walk into the movie and be there instead of just like, here's me on the couch and here's the movie. I want to have, here's the movie and here's my commentary of the movie wrapped up in it. But being able to do some skits, some are easier to do than others, but I'd like to eventually, if I can, actually expand to, like, there's ideas in my head, but they would cost a whole ton, and it's like I'm already worried about I'm paying for this tooth. I gotta fix that mower. That's probably not going to be cheap. If it's too expensive, I'm just going to have to get a new mower. I mean, how expensive is it when the engine explodes? Like, what, on a scale of 1 to, oh my God, like, how big of a problem is it when you're mowing and in the middle of mowing, the engine blows up? Read the Chaos Machine, you'll find out the algorithm is one evil SOB. Oh, the algorithm is, like, yes. I've been, that's not doing my depression any better, because when you have this feeling of just futility and constant defeats, having it so there's an automated machine to kneecap you for missing a deadline doesn't help your mental state. It does not. Well, yeah, Harlem Night, yes, I might just want to buy a new mower, but we're talking about a Gravely ProTurn 260. That's $3,000. So if I can throw a few band-aids on it and it still works, maybe just do that. Maybe just do that. Get a push mower, no engine, pure human power. Well, I have a push mower and I do use the push mower, but I got like 14 acres to mow. And that's the low estimate. Like, you want to include the forest, we got 25 acres here, but I don't mow the forest. Flamethrower all the grass. I've been having to collect the clippings and throw them in the burn pile. Fortunately, it has not been raining that much lately, so not only can I mow, but also the clippings dry up. I can rake them. There we go. It's fine. Get some cows. I'm talking about getting goats. Problem is the stray dogs that took out the ducks. I liked the ducks, thank you. I mean, they pooped everywhere, but who doesn't? Grow spuds. I could just grow some food, but YouTube algorithm horror movie. Oh, Terminator style. It does do that. Well, I mean, self-learning machines do Terminator decisions relatively frequently. Goats are awful. I don't know. I kind of like it when they stand up on their hind legs and they walk around and people film that and they put it in black and white with creepy music. I mean, I could get some serious TikToks going if I got that. Like, I have a TikTok. I hardly use it because, like, I think I have a clever idea. I try to post it, and TikTok says, we think this is violent. It's not allowed to. I'm like, come on. Fainting goats. Oh, yeah, that's right. They do that. Crack goats versus meth gator. Oh, God. Oh, thick black. They sent me a link to Cocaine Bear. I think he's trying to tell me something. He's a little sausage lot drying up like that. It all just kind of holds together. Whole subscription feed on YouTube today was shorts, and it's ridiculous. I keep wondering, like, should I do some shorts? The algorithm might like that, but then again, it's like the algorithm it's so frustrating because the way YouTube, like I said, I've been trying to fix the channel for the longest time, and one of the big problems is that YouTube does not pay people who aren't already subscribed. We've improved this; it went from 5% to 20%. But it's still a big problem, as evidenced, I think, by the Grand Theft Auto 6 leak video, which I knew it wasn't going to do like super great among subscribers. You're here for movie reviews. Not everyone's going to watch this stream. Not everyone's going to care. That's fine. Everyone's different. Everyone has different desires. But the GTA leak is kind of the biggest news in gaming in a long damn time. And that video got absolutely no traction. And the reason is because YouTube didn't show it to people who weren't subscribed to me. How the hell am I supposed to appeal to a wider audience when I'm not allowed to be shown to a wider audience? YouTube's giving its creators an 80-20 split. When did that start happening? Because the last I checked with the super chats were always a 70-30 split. But yeah, it is what it is. I know everyone is covering it, but at the same time, I'm not the smallest YouTuber out there. I know it's like if you're just trying to make a video, it's hard to get noticed, but I kind of feel like 185,000 subscribers is a little noticeable. It's after a certain point. I play on console or PC? Yes. I game. Never give a super chat of less than $20 because with the exchange rate, there's no point. Fair enough. Also, like my video on the GTA 6 situation was within 24 hours of the news breaking, so it's I mean, I didn't jump on it absolutely immediately, but I figured like that was something worth talking about. Like how's the? It didn't do terribly for one of my videos, I guess. Like for one of my side videos, like it got in the same time frame, it got 300 more views than the CGI versus practical effects video. But yeah, I just kind of expected that one to do a little bit better. Like not super great with my own subscriber base, but in general better. But then I go to say, okay, how many views of this from non-subscribed viewers? And it's like, oh, 5%. Ah. Yeah, algorithm would prioritize creators that are more gaming centric. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I am subscribed with notifications, and YouTube did not notify me of that video. Yeah. There's that as well. Keep great content coming. We'll support you all through. Thank you, all me Muscle One. I think you gave enough super chats to help pay for this tooth already. Jeez, it's tooth is worth it, I'd say. I just got that yesterday. It's still. What am I doing? Oh god. But yeah, we're almost nearing the hour, so I'm back on my fish to try and take care of my depression. I got off fish before because after a while I got itchy skin, and I was looking up like, hey, is this a side effect of selenium or omega-3s? And it's like, yes. I'm like, which one? Both. So I just stopped taking it. Like, okay, just forget it. Just forget it. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. And eventually, the chronic depression, of course, creeped back up. So it got to the point where I'm like, okay, forget it. Even if in 6 months I'll get itchy skin, I'm back on my sardines to at least have something that I'm doing to combat the dang depression. It was going okay, I'd say, up until the mower exploded and I started having anxiety from that, and then it's just like, Dothack Gaming dropped $5 saying I was in a car accident on Monday. I'm okay, but the car is totaled. Ooh. Videos help me get through the day. Thank you. Oh, geez, that. I hope insurance covers a lot of that. Like if you're okay, then the medical insurance shouldn't be too big of a problem there. Then again, medical bills can still be really dang high, even if you're okay. I know that one. Depression is repressed anger. Find a way to get the anger out. Even just sufficiently. I played a hell out of EDF. I slaughtered the aliens like. I jump in there with the fence and I'm like, Blasto Spear, right in the face of the froggy, and it goes through that one, through the one behind it, and through the one behind that. I do a triple decapitation in one shot, purple blood flying everywhere, feeling so good about myself. That's just kind of how that goes. Is Batman Ninja the only animated movie I've reviewed so far? I reviewed the Cowboy Bebop movie, Knocking on Heaven's. Well, okay, in the States, it's Cowboy Bebop the movie. In Japan, it's Knocking on Heaven's Door. They weren't allowed to call in the States because copyright. Anger turned inward. I think that it's just like it sucks. It's good to be able to recognize it, but at the same time, it's not like it. I feel like the feeling doesn't go away, but the confusion around it at least is like. I don't feel. I'm not like. I feel so terrible. There must be a reason why. Something about this, like whatever horrible thought I'm having, has to be true. Otherwise, I wouldn't feel this way. I was like, no, it doesn't have to be true. It doesn't have to be true at all. You could just be feeling this way because the chemicals in your brain ain't calibrated right. We'll stick by you and the algorithm won't. Love you. They also see the new Hellraiser trailer. Still haven't seen the Hellraiser trailer. I'm sorry, Anthony. Looks decent, but no high hopes after Revelations. Wow. I mean, I want to say there's nowhere to go but up, except I've already been below that, so I know it ain't true. Finally got full health insurance so I can fix my knocked out teeth. Dang. Yeah, fixing teeth. Very, very much in depth and important. It's like, I just, what's the next tooth I'm working on? I mean, I just like here, and here. All of those are crowns. All of those. Every single one of those teeth has been at least like ripped up and given a new crown. Several of them are full root canals. Like that's a lot of money right there. I'm not wearing a grill, but it feels like it. Hope you have a good day. I've been watching all your videos from the March of the Clowns. Personally love the one on clown. Like clown or clown with the backwards N. Like I had to be specific about that because like I search for clown and I get the asylum clown and I'm like, oh God. When am I going to start making movies instead of reviewing them? Oh, I like that's another frustrating thing with the algorithm, with the lack of channel growth and such. Because like besides just every time I think I got there, something happens and suddenly I'm not. It's like 2017, I finally made it. Then here comes Adpocalypse, and in 2018 I finally made it, and then here comes Adpocalypse 2, and then it can like okay. 2020, I finally made it, and then it's like we're gonna just kneecap your channel in every way possible. It's like, and 2021 was just 2021, and then here I'm like, start of 2022. Okay, I'm gonna get everything going. I'm gonna get everything going again. I'm gonna get everything absolutely perfect, and then I find out quickly that the algorithm just really does not like me anymore. And even though I was uploading every single week, it was still the channel was still dying, and I'm like, this is not good at all. So, but then I'm like, I put the ads together. I start doing 2 videos a week. I got everything going, and the channel's grown again. And thanks to putting mid-roll ads in, the finances go through the roof. And I'm like, oh my God, I finally made it. And then inflation kicks in. Like, why? Stop it. So I'm still like trying to get the channel to grow so that I can get to the point where I can take care of my teeth and all that. And I have plans for like I have this game that I've been designing, a card game. And I want to get it ahead enough on my reviews so I can spend some of my work day working on that game to get that going. Inflation sucks ass for all of us, every single one of us. Inflation sucks ass across the world. Like that was one of the big surprising things when I saw like just how much a lot of world currencies are doing even worse than the dollar. It's like, oh my God. Consider reviewing a movie in game YouTube. Easiest way to target subs and new viewers. Movie tie-in games. Well, kind of like the Friday the 13th game, or the there's a lot. There's like Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. But like I'm not exactly too high into comic book stuff. So, do movies by YouTubers even work? Look at Nostalgia Critic, AVGN, and the Game Chasers. Movies weren't that great. I have not seen AVGN's. I was seeing the running time of the Nostalgia Critic stuff, and Predator Hunting Grounds. I haven't played it. I watched a few streams, and part of it just kind of bothers me, where it's like the humans drop in and they immediately find the mud and coat themselves. It's like, come on. For a review series, that could definitely be. That definitely could be. Sounds. Is the sound getting a little messed up again, or worry that the drinker in the crowd could be a bad influence? Another review I like became more negative after he started hanging out with them. I mean, sound. Oh, sound. Oh boy.
J.K. Simmons
Okay, let's see. Are we back or? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's I'm pretty sure it's my internet just hiccuping here and there. I wonder exactly what it is because I like when I first got up and I was like, okay, time to play some Fantasy Star Online New Genesis, do my dailies. I couldn't connect on the Xbox. I'm like, oh, what the hell? So something. How long does the video need to be for it to be worthwhile to publish? I like to shoot for around 20, 25 minutes for a review. But yeah. Get stickers with you and your catchphrase. Send them out to all your subs, and we'll post them everywhere. Oh boy. But yeah, it's like when I did EFAP with Mahler and crew, uh, the the general consensus on Prey was a lot more negative. But there was like there was a time right in the middle when there was a big action scene, and the one guy who was kind of working as recapper was just about to just kind of skip ahead because he didn't really notice anything wrong there. And I'm like, oh, hold on there, son. We are going to watch this because this is awesome. But there's a lot to talk about here. This is freaking amazing. But unfortunately, my sound was kind of glitching that day too. So I think that I don't know. It's like I was using a USB phone with the USB microphone with something like an Elgato microphone would be better. I've been having good luck with Elgato stuff. I really love their webcam, the Elgato face cam here. It's a wonderful little sensor on it. It's a great lens, and it is a fixed focus. So I'm not here like, please get back in focus. Oh God, please. I mean, if I hold something up to you, you can't see it. So wait a minute. You can see that pretty well. Yeah, but if I hold it like here, you can't see it too well. Still on the fence on the offer for Terrifier 2. It's not that I'm on the fence. I want to, but I can't because of the dog and my fiance. Like, if Terrifier 2 has a showing in Houston, I might be able to go because that's only like it's a comparatively short drive. Reset the set. The tough part to keep in mind with this webcam is that the bottom part you gotta get it screwed right. It can fit into a tripod if you want, like that. That might be more useful, especially if you have like a small tripod. But do you have a fan mail? No. Do you do videos on the opening packages from fans? I thought that would be like that's nice content that is interacting with the fan base, and that's free stuff. But I never got around to opening that PO box. I mean, PO boxes like where I'm at, they're like, oh yeah, we'll charge you like $200 a year, and you can have the size of a DVD case. Hope people send you letters. It's like, but people might send me like motherfucking chainsaw hands. Oh, you need the motherfucking chainsaw hand size PO box. Okay, well they only go up to this big, and that's $500 a year. I'm like, I can just buy my own motherfucking chainsaw hands. Have any plans for next summer? Well, usually I do like a movie series and then a actor, and I'm thinking like I haven't done a female like an actress, and I'm wondering about like Mila Jovovich because I'm trying to think of like where's an actress that does movies that I watch and they are the lead. But it's like, well, once you get past Resident Evil, there's less. But it seems Lucy Liu. I could check Lucy Liu. I feel like Resident Evil kind of works as its own. Renee Zellweger, Cynthia Rothrock. Okay, we gotta write these down. We gotta write these down. I can't check them all right now. Also, we're past the hour mark, so I should probably get back to working on that script for the Mummy review. Excited for the Alien series. I need to wait. Are we talking like TV series? Because I don't pay attention to those. Fifth Element, yes, of course. But would you consider Fifth Element more of a Bruce Willis movie? I mean, yes, I feel like she's more important than Bruce in the movie, but is it more of a Bruce Willis movie? But yeah, I like also like one of the people who has been following the show since like before episode 1, before the Predator 2 review, back when I was just starting reviews. They go by Lilu, and I feel like it would be very nice to do a Summer of Mila and have it would definitely have to do the Fifth Element in there, like just out of respect. Like even if one can argue is it more of a Bruce Willis movie, still it would have to be part of that. People remember it more for Bruce Willis and Chris Tucker. Yeah. So would it be like the movie to do like after the summer ends, and then you do the one that's technically not the one with them as the star, but they are definitely involved in the movie? She's enough of a secondary character that it'd work. Okay. So I guess it would still be in the summer. Summer of Brendan Fraser. Oh, broke my neck. Oh, God. Oh, broke again. Yeah. Here, but then I couldn't get the OBS working right for you know what. Charlie prefers to have the green screen up so that I can do my stuff by the computer, and then if she has to come in and do anything, I get something out of the dresser to go over there. She doesn't have to be on screen for everyone to see that she would like to avoid. And I'm like, you don't have to avoid it, Charlie. You are beautiful. Everyone would be blessed by your presence. And then she runs over my foot and goes that way. I'm like, Oh, the Monster Hunter movie. Oh yeah, there's that too. She has been in a lot besides just the Resident Evil franchise. But I guess it would be like, it's kind of like when the Summer of Sylvester Stallone. I did several series that he did, but I like spaced it out. Like I didn't do it all one in a row, one after the other. So I'd be like the Resident Evil and then something else, and then Resident Evil Nemesis or 2, or what was the second Resident Evil movie called again? That was the last one of them I saw. All the rest of them I just avoided. I was like, this is not Resident Evil. What the hell? So I just avoided them. So maybe appreciating them as movies by themselves, I'm pretty sure would be fine. Charlie really is radiant. Yes, she is. She's a fantastic beauty in a way. But it's one of those things where I have to go through specifically, like, I haven't heard and I don't know entirely, but I got to make sure she's the lead. Like that's kind of the point of having a summer special. They can't just they showed up one scene in the background, like there's a cameo appearance of them drinking some coffee. They got paid $20,000 to do that. But yeah, my green screen is green. I got that little bit in the corner. It's like I got to get it so close here. I got to move it. There we go. But yeah, I need to wrap this up. So yeah, the depression sucks, but I was gonna talk about that. Oh, but if I'm gonna have to wrap it up, I don't have enough time to tell the story of the other things I've been doing to try and combat trauma. But I have to take the prosciutto and turn it into a good memory. I got to figure out something, some dish I can cook with prosciutto that is like fantastic, and I'm gonna have to learn how to make that and let that be my prosciutto memory. That's gonna be my thing there. There should be a series 2 on mental health. It is a constant thing. I'm just working through it day by day. I've been doing more yard work because, exercise, being outside, getting sunlight, these things all help, and I enjoy mowing the lawn, so it feels satisfying. It's just like it's amazing. I love to work on the lawn. Prosciutto, it's sort of ham bacon, I guess you could say. I don't know. Prosciutto wrapped pork chop. That does sound good. Like a pork chop has, like you got to cook a pork chop really good to keep it juicy, but also cooked through. Fortunately, I'm already good at that. But a prosciutto could infuse a good amount of salt and like savory flavor into that pork chop there. Whereas a lot of times you'll like bread a pork chop, you'll throw herbs all over it and this and that and the other. But prosciutto wrapped pork chop, yes, that sounds very tasty. Very nice. Well, I mean, I don't know. So I think that's one of the better things about the 2020s and the 2010s and just modern times, as it were, is you can talk a lot more openly about mental health, and it's a lot more understood and just be like, yeah, that's a thing that people deal with. Because yeah, you couldn't really do that in the 2000s and the 1990s. You talk about mental health, and it's like, shut the fuck up. So, yeah, you still get that a little bit, but it's easily dismissed. But yeah, thought is a thing. Prosciutto wrapped cheese sticks with caprese salad. Easy, but I want the challenge. As the like, okay, I'll say it. The story I was going to say before. One of my bad memories from when I was growing up, my grandmother not being a very good cook. Surprisingly, like for a starving child to judge your grandmother's cooking as poor is not the best thing. But like I really like sauerkraut. For some reason, she would cook it to death in a slow cooker, and it would be like this sad, stringy, limp, brown, flavorless, burnt thing. Like I have no idea how you could do that to sauerkraut. I warm my sauerkraut a bit as I stir up chopped up kobase in it, and I make that, and I'm like, kobase and krauts, here we go. Beautiful dish. Watch out though, gives you a little gas. Anyway, the thing that you make that I liked the least was stuffed bell peppers, which you might be thinking, how could you eat on a stuffed bell pepper? I mean, especially since you got your rice, you got your beef, you got your bell pepper. These are all things I really like. Somehow, my grandmother figured out a way to make them as bland as possible, like no seasoning. We have our just cooked ground beef, completely drained of all greases, not seasoned, thrown into this rice that is also not seasoned, thrown into this bell pepper that is also not seasoned, and that's good enough. Throw that in for an hour, and pop, here comes your stuffed bell pepper, sir. Tastes like styrofoam. So I decided to make my own stuffed bell peppers to help clear that out of my head. And I cooked up my rice with butter and Cajun seasoning, and then I cooked up my ground beef along with 2 small sliced up, diced up onions, tossed in a bunch of salt and red pepper and just made all that up, cooked that all up nicely, threw the rice in there, mixed all that around, boom, got bell pepper, stuffed that in there, topped that with 4-cheese mix, boom, baked that for 40 minutes, took that out. Ooh, the best stuffed bell pepper I have ever had in my life, if I do say so myself. Whew. But there were a few things that my grandmother made that I did like. Like I said, the halushkis, even though they weren't actually halushkis, they were tasty. Welcome, Miggy Bamf. Welcome. Barmf, Bamf, Bamf, Bamf. And also, shit on a shingle. I did enjoy the shit on a shingle. It's a simple, fine. It was good. It was good. But yeah. I've been following from some tiny videos meant a lot through the years, so thank you for making. Thank you, the Thorlai. Ooh, Norway. I wasn't that close to Norway. I was in Helsinki at a point. That's 2 countries over. So I was in Scandinavia for a little bit. Very nice region. Bit chilly. Air smells very clean though. At least if there isn't any kind of wildfires going on in Russia at the time. Where does Leprechaun sit for you on the tier list of summer specials? I really enjoyed doing the Leprechaun summer special, and there were the things that came up. It was tough. Like, I was trying to get back on one a week. I mostly did. I got the top 10 in there. I got the pitches and the law Leprechaun videos, and that was just like a whole lot of stuff going on, and I really enjoyed the Leprechaun movies for the most part. God Origins was at best boring and basic. Letting it be its own movie and disconnecting it from the rest of the Leprechaun franchise. Origins was still not a good movie. Oh well. But yeah. I gotta get on that script. I gotta get things going. I gotta make dinner. I gotta walk this dog. She still hasn't had her breakfast. She escaped earlier today. I was out there trying to do some yard work, and as I'm trying to pump the tire of the wheelbarrow that's broken on the valve, it snapped and leaking, so I need a new tire. But I was trying to fix that. And this dog just pulled the doorknob and ran. So I had to get her back. So I got in my car and I'm like, "You want to go for a ride?" And she was like, "Yes." And so I get in the car and then I have to make sure that we actually do go for a ride, and she gets a so that she treats the car with good. So I went down to Burger King and I got her a little pup cup, little ice cream in there. And so she lapped that up and she had a grand old time. And now she hasn't had her breakfast. It's like, damn it. So there's that. But yeah, gotta work on the script for The Mummy. I really want to get that done by Friday. I hope I do. Tomorrow, I've been eating fish on the even days, so tomorrow is fish day. But yeah, as it is what it is. So thank you all for watching. I've been Decker Shadow. And remember, if you got the depression, it ain't actually as bad as it says. That's the depression talking. Don't listen to it. It doesn't know what it's talking about. No. Also, think of better and remembers before you say them. That's also important.